Hi, and welcome back. Thank you for joining me. In this video, I'm going to show you how I do a pop-up card. What you see here are a few of the images and dies that I'm going to use. I don't use all of them, but I will list whatever I did use in the description below. And what you see here is the die set that will actually help me pop out the card. I'm using an acrylic block to stamp a few images here. These are going to be the roofs to the little whimsical houses. Now that the ink is dry, they're ready to color. I just wanted to show you what the stamp set look like. Now I'm going to color each area using Copic markers, which are the alcohol ink markers. And this is just going to be quick, easy coloring. Pretty good, easy technique to give some depth and shade to each roof. Now that I've colored all the images, I'm going to cut them out by hand using a scissor called the Cutter B because it's sharp and small, because I don't have the die cuts for this set. Here I'm showing how I cut out each image. It's called fussy cutting because you're cutting to the very edge of the actual image without having any of the white background or outlines surrounding the actual image. Now that all of my little images are colored and cut, I'm kind of just making a decision as to what roof I want to use in each little house. Here what I'm showing is, since I did fussy cut, there's a little white edge on the paper. So if you don't like that and you want a solid image, you can use a marker, any marker, coloring from behind and hiding those little edges, and it'll kind of tie in the whole piece and makes it look a little bit more finished. Here's a brief look at the die cut set that I'm using for the pop-up card. Here I'm just showing you where I use the background page from one of these paper packs. Right now I'm just determining the size of the actual paper that I'm going to use. So I make these things called tick marks where I'm going to cut it so that I can lay this piece in the center of the card, and that's going to be where everything pops out. Now that I've picked the dies to make the pop-up feature, I'm just lining them up as per the instructions so that they will all be on a straight line and fold where they should be to make the proper parts of the card pop out. As you can see, they're lined up the way I wanted them. And now I will proceed to run them through my Sizzix die cut machine and make my cuts. It took a little bit of manipulation to find the folds, pushing the parts in and out, but I was able to get it to work. I forgot to mention that this was the first time using this particular die set, but it was pretty fun and I liked the end results. Now that it's all folded, I'm just going to play around and see how I want the little houses set up. I'm using tape and glue to attach the roofs to each one of the houses. I'm now arranging how I want my houses to be and gluing certain elements that are not going to be part of the pop-ups. I'm just quickly checking that the pop-up feature works well in my card, and off camera I did a cover image using all the remaining scraps that I had. Now I'm going to attach my pop-up element, making sure that I don't put glue or tape on any of the areas that are supposed to pop out. I apologize for not having this part where I put in the pop-up feature. I thought I was recording it and I didn't. But here is what the finished card looks like. I added a little pop-up tab to put the hello, so it has to be adjusted when you open it. But otherwise, I think it came out pretty good. It closes nice and flat, easy for mailing. This was a fun card to make, and I hope you enjoyed watching my process. I'm going to include some images towards the end. Thank you for joining me, and I hope to see you next time.